Raptors have come all the way back to tie this series 2 games apiece with that thrilling overtime victory in Game 3, and then just blowing them out on at home there in Toronto in Game 4. So Guru, I got to ask you about this one a little bit here. Do you think this is going to reignite the fires for the Bucks? Should they be concerned here?
No, they shouldn't be concerned.
Because you've been on the Bucks all season. You're the freak is barreling through. He's eating with his hands. I think is what it was, and is taking his team all the way through.
He don't got that bird flu. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He don't got that virus in the morning. But anyhow, this is a very challenging, as always, a very competitive game, very competitive series between 2 high-level teams, 2 high-level opponents that are, other than obviously Kawhi and Gasol, they got a couple of experienced guys in Toronto, but realistically as a core, this team, they're pretty new as far as being in this type of situation, being this close as far as achieving just the core. Yes, there are some organizations that achieve that, but like I said, this is Kawhi's first year in Toronto, so there's a different whole dynamic.
Could be his last year in Toronto, too.
Oh, yeah, in and out. OG Classic, Kawhi, in and out, OG Classic.
Right, getting one and done.
But this is one of those situations, I think Bucks have in a good situation because they don't have to win a game in Toronto. Like, that's what you got to realize. They could win the series without having to win a game in Toronto. So, and another factor, obviously the injury.
It's nice to get that 1 seed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And you got that injury situation going on. And as the series go deeper and deeper, which I do overall, essentially, I think it's going to go deep, 6 to 7 games. That is going to take its toll. And just the depth of Milwaukee is going to kick in. And those shots they're going to go in the second half. So, at home. So, I definitely see Milwaukee taking Game 5 and just taking a strong hold of the series.
You think it goes 6 or you think it goes 7? You think Toronto gets that game back in Toronto?
I want it to go 6 because then I want to see Milwaukee, if they could take that step, because then that will really show me if at least minimal-wise they can make a gentleman sweep if KD comes back for that series. Without KD, I think Milwaukee winning, but with KD, it's a gentleman sweep.
Mm-hmm. You think Milwaukee beats the Warriors?
Without KD.
Without KD.
Yeah.
See, we were saying before. That's what I was asking you about before, and you were saying no, they beat this team both ways. I think that's actually an issue too. I think that they need KD to. I don't know if they need him to beat Milwaukee, but they certainly need him to beat him quick.
Yeah,
if they're going to beat him in less than 7 games, they're going to need KD out there for Milwaukee. For Toronto, I think they blow past Toronto because I think Toronto's built like the same way. They're just not as good as the Warriors. It's a similar style that's
like
not
Portland
as good.
is just going to be done.
Yeah, it's baby Warriors that can't keep up. But the Bucks are built different because they're built around Giannis. So that's a different game, and I look forward to seeing those 2 teams play because I don't think that Toronto. I think Kawhi's injury looks like he's been pulling on that left hammy or that left quad again rather, which has kept him out for like 4 years now. It looks like he's been pulling on that and limping around on that. Not something I would be concerned about if I were a Toronto fan.
Yeah, absolutely, man. The Bucks are gonna blitz him. They're gonna blitz him at home, man. They're gonna really test that injury. So like I said, I think the Bucks are gonna get a. It's a do or die. This is really gonna test the heart of Giannis, and I think he's built for this type of stage. He's built for this type of situation. He's being prepped for this. You know what they say: when opportunity meets preparation. That's when the luck situation happens and being at home. So I definitely see Milwaukee. I see a double-digit victory.
I see, and I think the issue in this was that you talk about depth. Toronto's been the deepest team all year. Their regular season depth, if you will, as opposed to their playoff depth, because they're a little bit different, was the best in the league, and their bench has just been nowhere to be seen. And what started to happen is it seems like their bench is waking up a little. Now, you were saying, we were talking about this during the Sixers series, benches for the home games. You know what I mean? They're really come together at the home games. The bench doesn't work on the road as well. So that might be where it is. But the guy, I was telling you this before we went on air earlier this week. Where the hell's Fred Van Vliet been for this team? We hear his name last year in the playoffs. He scored 11 points a game during the season. Disappears in this series. He was there in Game 4 when they ran it out. You hear him missing shots is what you hear because he was atrocious on his three-pointer attempts, I think, in Game 3. But Game 4, 13 points, scores for him and gets back into this game. If Toronto can keep their bench engaged, it could go 7, is what I'll say. It could go 7.
And if it goes 7,
if they can.
And I think there's going to be even more pressure with the Kawhi situation and his injury situation. That's going to put super pressure on the bench guys, and I think that could force a couple of things that they could put them in a situation where they not normally are, and then they might not be comfortable in those type of situations, which will cause, when you're not comfortable in a situation, it cause irrational decision making, and which could in a large sense hurt Toronto.
Yeah, I got to tell you, though, part of me really wants to see Kawhi Leonard and KD go at it as well, because both
of them are limping too, right?
Yeah, but now the problem is that they're both limping. I actually think that the limp, mentioning that, I think this helps Toronto's case for keeping Kawhi, because if he's not Kawhi's a smart man. And he knows that Toronto's going to back up a dump truck full of money if he wants to stay there. And if he's thinking, shit, I tweak this thing every year, take the money, stay in Toronto, be a hero.
Dude, you think Kawhi's worried about the money, dog?
No, it's that if he's got an injury, if he's got a nagging thought, then it becomes different. Because Toronto can challenge with him up there.
Kawhi.
Anybody can challenge if you got Kawhi Leonard.
Let them enjoy these next 2 games of Kawhi Leonard. It's been a great memory of Kawhi. He's in and out OG classic. He'll be one of them folk tales for the water boy, for Luka and them boys, when they tell the kids, 20 years ago, we used to have this guy, big, strong guy, man. Make game-winning shot for us, man.
One time from the South.
He played a total probably of 70, 80 games, total including the playoffs combined. Something around that nature.
Yeah, I don't even know without the load management had him at like 51 this season or something.
He was still a legend. He's going to be a legend of Toronto. Man, it's all right, baby Raptors, man. You guys will get someone, man. It's
One shot. Is there anything, and I talked about this, I hate the name the Raptors. I gotta get this out. I said it during the Sixers series. There was nothing more embarrassing than losing to a team with a gimmick name. You gotta change something up there, Toronto. We can't. I think your problem is not that you're Canadian. You've talked about the curse of Canada, Guru, and getting the a Canadian team in an American game. I think it's that fucking name. I think you named yourself after a movie. You named yourself after a gimmick, and it's the first 20 years of your existence. You wore purple and had a dinosaur dribbling a basketball. Come on. I think what they should do is I think they should keep that new logo with the ball, which is really cool. They can even keep the team name. Just change it to a bird. Just make it the Raptors like the Falcons or the Hawks and the some.
Oh my God! You know what's so crazy about your little rant? Today, May 22nd, 1994. On May 22nd, 1994. That's when the Toronto Raptors unleashed their logo and their name.
On the world. Unleashed it on the world. How many years? When? 1994?
Yep.
That is 25 years ago today.
Yep.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Even for the
Happy
90s.
Happy birthday to them, right?
Even for the 90s, that logo.
That was the biggest. Look, the 2 biggest thing. Look, the crazy thing is, in the 90s, let me tell you, the 2 biggest thing that was happening, it was Jurassic Park and Barney. So you know what the Canadians did? They meshed both of them together, man. That's exactly what was going on there. Now, you knew that, man. I love you. And then, and the smart-ass Canadians, they put it together, man. Wow, that's genius. And you talking about, I hate all this gimmicky.
I hate it.
Hey, I love all that maple over there, Canada.
At least the Mighty Ducks had the good sense to drop the Mighty and are just the Anaheim Ducks now, I mean, come on. Raptors, embarrassing only yourselves at this point.
Hey, did they ever have dinosaurs in Toronto?
Probably, yeah. I'm sure. Why
They
not?
had dinosaurs in Toronto, man.
Dinosaurs everywhere.
Man, I can't have no damn dinosaurs in Toronto. It's too cold, man.
Wasn't at one point.
Shit.
Everything was everywhere
they
else.
got Willie Mammoth and shit. Damn, Toronto, what happened? Back in the days that you used to
They
have
certainly-
dinosaurs, baby.
I certainly don't think they have raptors in a. Like it wasn't. Toronto was not known.
Hey, I want to see, man. Could somebody please go Google this?